Hi friends, Prepared Suburbanite back at you. Today is Sunday as I'm recording this, and we just finished with our usual Sunday morning routine, going to church and all that. And the pastor's sermon today was pretty inspiring, I think, and I just kind of wanted to touch on that. The theme was something new. And I was, as I was listening to his words, it dawned on me that very simply, as preppers and as we continue on our journey to preparedness, that we do need to try something new. So stick around, I'll get into some detail. Try something new. That's kind of a tall order, but being this is the first month of the year, it's kind of an appropriate time to do it. And I'm not really talking about making New Year's resolutions or setting goals or anything like that. I'm just advocating that we all try something new, whether it's a new skill, something that you've always wanted to learn how to do. Maybe it's woodworking, maybe it's photography, maybe it's anything that you could gain some enjoyment out of and gain some fulfillment out of. So that's kind of one of the things that I could certainly advocate for. Whether a new skill, and if you're a prepper like I am, and like most of the people that watch this particular channel, if you're into or well on your way on your preparedness journey, trying something new to enhance your preparedness exposure, I think is absolutely worthwhile. And it could be a new skill, learning how to build a fire using primitive techniques. It's so easy to fall into the trap of having a Bic lighter in your pocket and all that kind of stuff. But building a fire when the conditions aren't just absolutely perfect, then and you don't have a Bic lighter in your pocket, and you don't have fire starter and all that, how are you gonna do that? So there's 1,000 different YouTube videos and reference materials out on the internet about how to start a fire using primitive means. So that's just one of the things that could be very helpful in your preparedness journey. Learning how to purify water without using a life straw, without using a Berkey filter. Knowing how to do that, I think, would be a skill that would be worth learning. I'm certainly not proficient at that, because I've got a life straw. In fact, I've got a bunch of them, and we use a Berkey water filter every single day. And I've never regretted purchasing it. It could be a new hobby if you want to try something new. I mentioned photography before. I have truly enjoyed my journey into photography. And I do a lot of videotaping and stuff like that for YouTube. And I've been experimenting with a number of new things there, with microphones and different kinds of setups, and trying different technology to enhance that particular hobby of mine. And I think it's well worth taking a look at how you want to spend your time. Maybe you're into woodworking. Excuse me. Maybe you're into being an electrician or a fix-it guy, small engine repair. Being a lumberjack, I guess, could be another hobby. I spend quite a lot of time at the other end of a chainsaw, sawing up felled trees in my property and here next door as well. And, it provides me with a little bit of extra firewood that I can use in our fireplace and in our fire pit that we use from time to time. And that's a pretty good hobby to pursue. Know how to sharpen chains, know how to do the small engine repair on the small engines and the backpack blowers and that kind of stuff. And there's a ton of places that you can go to find out about that. There's official schools that you can go to, but I would urge you to try something new. Maybe a new habit, or maybe stopping an old habit. A new habit is very easy to start. I know that my eating habits, I deliberately changed them. It's been 6 or 7 months now, and I've lost well over 30 pounds. Just minor changes in my eating habits. Instead of having 2 or 3 or 4 pieces of toast at breakfast, I cut that way back. I might have 1 piece of toast at breakfast time with a couple of fried eggs, maybe some bacon, that kind of a thing. But the eating habits that I changed was I substituted more healthy alternatives for the high carb kinds of things. The pastas, spaghettis, lasagna, bread, those kinds of, and I substituted cheese and meat instead of having spaghetti with lots of noodles and tomato sauce on it and all that. I simply have a burger or some meatballs and put a little tomato sauce on it and skip right over the pasta. And what it's done, just those little simple changes, substituting cheese for bread, Swiss cheese, American cheese, cheeses that you like, obviously, and that has changed my life quite a bit. I don't feel like I'm lugging around that extra 30 pounds anymore. I've got more energy than I've had before. It's been a big life changer for me, is being able to lose that 30 pounds. I'm not fully where I want to be yet. I've probably got another 5 or maybe 8 pounds to go to get to where I want to be. And that's part of the journey that we all take. You know, I spent a lot of time looking at other prepper channels, and one fella that has truly impressed me over the last few years has been Travis at the Prepared Homestead, and he every time signs off his daily broadcast basically is prepare yourself mentally, physically, and spiritually. And if you take a look at that and apply it to your particular personal preparedness journey, are you prepared mentally? Are you prepared physically? And are you prepared spiritually? And if you're not quite where you think you should be, then try something new. And I think it goes a long, long way to making sure that we're going to be successful as preppers. Now, I've heard an awful lot about we're all conspiracy theorists and doomsday preppers and all that kind of nonsense. But I think there's a certain level of peace, confidence, self-assurance that comes along with being prepared. And it's more than just simply having enough food, having enough water, making sure your shelter is secured, home defense, self-defense. That, it goes beyond that. And I really think that mentally, physically, and spiritually, there's an awful lot of room to try something new for each one of us. And as you're marching along that path towards being better prepared, embrace the change. Really take a look at it as an investment in your future. So embrace the change, find whatever kind of fulfillment and satisfaction and even joy out of being successful at whatever you're trying that's new for you. Will you be successful? That's up to you. Depends on how you want to measure success. We all hear the stories about the local health clubs and all that get a whole bunch of new recruits on New Year's Day with all these resolutions that they're going to work out 3 and 4 times a week. And by the second and third week in January, they've pretty much set all that aside, and they just don't have time anymore. They don't have this, they don't have that. And you can measure your success on how well you embrace the change that you want to make. This is the Prepared Suburbanite reminding you all to be prepared always, and I'll see you all on the next video.